Welcome to the Courtside Talk with Eric podcast. My name is Eric Wilson, and I'm talking to sports journalist and future NBA GM, or as many of you may know him as Mr. No Layups himself. How are we doing today, bro?
How we doing? I'm doing good, man. Weather good, All my schoolwork done for the week, so I can just chill and talk sports, watch some good games tonight, bail a champ. So.
That's great, man. That's great. So, first question I have for you is, where did you get the name No Layups from?
Yo, it was crazy. Like, I was brainstorming a lot of names, and it was like, damn, this taken, damn, this taken, damn, this taken, damn, this taken. And then I think I played a basketball game when I was still in high school, and I got like 3 blocks. And then my dad said something like no layups. And I'm like, Then when I'm brainstorming the names, I'm like, no layups. It sounds like it fits the basketball. I'm like, hey, and it stuck.
Yeah, you probably got one of the most fire names, I really I got mine from a name generator. So, I mean, that's pretty dope how it came to. So, my next question.
Go ahead.
My next question, you played basketball at the high school level. As an aspiring sports journalist myself, do you think journalists must have had played a certain sport, or do you believe a writer could study to increase their IQ?
Do you think Michael Jordan's a good basketball GM?
I mean, he did good recently, but I mean,
overall, yes or no?
Overall, not really.
Do you think Dan Van Gundy looks like a good basketball player, even though he's a coach?
Nah, definitely not.
All right, so when a lot of people try to use the fact that you didn't play the game when they really can't challenge your intellect. Not most of the time. It is times where like people that didn't play the game truly like don't understand, but that's because they really haven't studied the game as much. No, like analyzing the game and playing the game is totally different. That's why a lot of people that say, oh, well, I played the game, so I know. 9 out of 10, whatever they're saying is actually probably wrong. But they think because, you would think somebody that plays the game is actually smarter when the reality is different when it comes to sports because not everything, like you're being put in position some way. So, yes, on the court, you see this, that, and the third. But from an outside of you, I'm looking from a third perspective. Like, this is the position you need to be in to succeed. Then I'm seeing like, okay, well, from a global point of view, this is what actually the defense is doing because watching live and actually being in first person, no matter how good you analyze the defense live, like in the game, it's blind spots to everything. Whereas, as a coach, you get a better view, and as a GM, you get a better view of constructing it. So you don't, and as an aspiring to like the youth that want to be like aspiring journalists, really take time to study the game, like not learn the game by what these popular people on TV and stuff say, because 9 times they're paid to play a character.
Skip Bayless.
Skip. Like Skip, and when Shannon talks basketball, like, bro, you're paid to play a role. Great, get your money. I ain't mad at it. But that's not really knowing the game. You got to watch the game to know the game. To me, I watch, 4 hours a day. You got to watch the game to know it and know what you're watching. Look up coaching clinics, talk to coaches, talk to scouts and stuff, because they will teach you more in depth. Look up YouTube channels, Thinking Basketball, Coach Dan. You really see how deep the game of basketball is. It's not about he made the shot or missed the shot or what happens with the ball. It's so much deeper than that. But it takes time and a want to learn, period.
Yeah, as I said, a lot of people on the Twitter culture, they call you casual, or they call you, Twitter's really quick to call you a casual if they find out you didn't play basketball.
Yeah, I was telling my friend the other day, I said, yo, the most disrespectful thing you can say somebody when talking sports, I said, it ain't the B word, it is nothing. I said, call him a casual. Bro, they will flip out. Yeah, man. So
yeah, because even I've been called a casual, and I'm like, all right, we can start the conversation now.
Yeah, like just because you play the sport, it's so many people that play the sport and really don't know what they talking about because they'll say something like crazy. Most people that play the sport, they think scorers are always the best players. That just tell you. And when they talk about defense, that's how I said they only gonna name people that guard man to man and on the perimeter because that's more exciting. They'll try to tell you people like Marcus Smart, who's a great perimeter defender, they'll try to say he's better than somebody like Rudy Gobert. In reality, it's not, but you wouldn't know that because you only think, ball, my man, basket, not the global impact. But,
Like
who
the
am I?
like the Shaqs of the world who say Donovan Mitchell isn't good.
That, yeah.
When D. Mitch, in my opinion, he's probably one of the best two-way players in the league.
Yeah, it's saying Shaq saying that, and Shaq says, why do they keep switching? Well, they keep switching because if you go under the screen, he's going to shoot a three. If he goes over the screen, you put your big man in a bad position. So it's just switch to keep a man on him. Look at the Candace Partner segment when he talked about Denver and she just made a fool of him.
Yeah, it's the Candace Parkers of the world that makes, sports journalism look a little bit better, but I don't know about the Shaqs and them. All right, on to the next question. As I said in the beginning, you have voiced your interest in becoming an NBA GM. What are the steps that you have or will take?
I've been use Indeed and spam ad people. I send them a message about who I am. Shoot, I got the message. I'm gonna send copy and paste in my phone. Boom. There's no shame in my game. I'm gonna reach out and shout out and try to reach out to people because somebody will reply. 100 people, if I've reach out to a day, at least 5 people is gonna reply, and they got connections. So I've talked to people at Duke. I had some NBA scouts. I have 2 NBA scouts on my phone, 3 college scouts, some G League coaches. So making connections, and honestly, I'm gonna give people a real reality about how life and a lot of these industries like we work in work.
Yeah, like I've heard, it's not about who you know. It's just about it's about who you know.
It's about who you know, and not even who you know. Who knows you? Like, who knows you? Then who you know? Then it's your IQ. Somebody like you, Skip is a Kappa. Somebody like Skip got in the industry wasn't based off the knowledge. It was based off of him knowing people and getting put in position. Then you get to develop a character and stuff. But making connections, you won't get nowhere in life on your own. You have to make connections. You have to be able to make connections. You can make the connection on your own, but still, it has to be good dialogue between 2 people. And don't go to people really like seeking something. No, like just go to them humble, regular. Most people get an ego boost, and they're more willing to help you if you just go to them and tell them, like, basically, I want to be where you are. I don't know how to get there. I don't know as much as you. Can you teach me? If somebody come up to you and ask you that, you're going to feel an ego boost and be more willing to help them, right?
Definitely. Definitely if somebody came up to me, But
yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, networking is definitely a key role that you got to do. Next question. What made you want to become a sports journalist or a sports commentator?
I like debating sports, and Lord forgive me, I get a crazy like feeling being smarter than somebody, and with the look on their face when you're making them look dumb in front of a crowd, like clearly showing like, bro, you're not educated as you think you are, and here's why. That's what started it. Like, I remember I was in middle school when I started to really love that feeling. And I fell in love, like, watching Stephen A. and watching, his antics. And so I'm like, dang, I could really make a career and at least be entertaining and still get that feeling like, look at you. You don't know what you're talking about. So that's how it was. Just, I like being smarter than people.
Yeah, Stephen A was probably one of the first sports people I grew up watching. I can't embody what he does, because what he does is on another level in my opinion. His antics and how he talks, but it's just great to see the similarities. Next question is number 5. As a student and someone with a business, how do you manage assignment deadlines and keeping your business alive?
Yo, yeah. Life. It's crazy. I get asked this question a lot, like so much, because people be like, you do this, how are you able to do all that? And I make good grades. Contrary to a lot of popular belief, because I like to joke and play, but I make almost straight A's. But life is about time management, bro. And it is a simple. People want to make it complex and make any excuse. Life is about priorities and time management. Everybody gets the same 24 hours in a day. Somebody's been in a worse situation than you, then been successful. So I'm not here for the excuses. Bro, the work is done. The work got to get due. You got goals and aspirations. Set the time apart. Yes, you may not be able to still chase that hoop dream, bro. Stop hooping every day, all day. Like, stop. Go. You gotta, high school over, bro. Like, that was me my first semester. Then I'm like, bro, man, forget it. I gotta focus up. Time management, bro. Stop hanging. Now, you need to plan your non-negotiables, and you need to realize, like, okay, I'm gonna sleep for this amount of hours. You gotta be disciplined. Yes, let's say you like watching sports. Okay, sports come on at 7 every night. Boom, I'm gonna set this time aside for sports. Sleep sports, class this time. Am I gonna do an hour a day on my homework, or let's say a week's full of classwork? Because that's how I do it, and I think that's a life trick. Let's say I will spend 2 to 4 hours one day out the week and just knock out all my work for the week. Bro, we online. Most of our assignments is online. You know what's due for the week. Now you want to wait to turn it in. You wait to the deadline. I'm like, bro, just do the work for the week one day out the week ahead of time and watch your stuff free up. You're going to have so much time the rest of the week to do whatever you want. So sacrifice, and if you want to do something, you're going to do it. A lot of times people try to say, I don't have time and I don't know, bro. Just be real with yourself. You didn't want to do it, so you prioritize other stuff and then put that on the back end. A flower ain't gonna grow if you don't water it or show attention to it. This is real life. We gotta stop making excuses and realize life is about priorities, time management. We get taught to party, spend money, be, lit. What they call it, lit, when we're young. No, bro. Do you think these billionaires and stuff was getting lit when they was young? No, they were focused. They teach you to act one way, while the 1%ers, where we all aspire to be, act another. Why not copy what they do? Sacrifice your youth so you can live the rest of your life fun. And that's what a lot of people don't want to do. Because when you get on social media, you see everybody's lit on social media, everybody having fun. The most fun you will have is when you don't even have your phone out. Like, bro, just grind now and have fun later. Because you don't want to look back like, dang, I should have did that when I was younger. Dang, I should have did that when I was younger. Dang, I should have did that when I was younger. Nobody wants to do that. So just grind now. But that's how I go about it. You just got to discipline and sacrifice.
Yeah, and like high school for me, I learned time management by being in a program called Avid, which is like a college prep course. And, they really taught me how to, manage my days and schedule my days. I have it in my head, okay, I'm going to do a podcast for a few hours, and I'm going to drop off, working some school stuff. So, yeah, that's definitely a key thing that I feel like everybody in the world needs to learn. All right, on to some big NBA opinions. I had to have some NBA opinions in here. Now, this is probably one of the biggest questions that everyone's always talking about, and they'll always be talked about throughout the whole history of the NBA. What is your top 5?
My top 5, I have LeBron 1, Kareem 2, Jordan 3. Yes, I've changed my list. I've become more woke. Bill Russell 4, and I have Shaq 5.
Jordan's not number 1?
Nah, man. I stopped valuing. Well, I became more, smart analyzing the game, and I'm not about to keep using media awards to determine how good or a player is because, yeah, certain people shouldn't have votes to determine that stuff. And why should a team accomplishment like championships and stuff tell me the better player? How much did you impact the game over your career at your best? How long was your career? Like impact, prime length, and peak. And I feel like I think LeBron is on. I think he's better on offense. I think he's better on defense. His longevity is eons better than Jordan. And let's say if I think Jordan's slightly better at his peak, but LeBron is right there. Plus, he's better on offense, better on defense, and the longevity argument isn't close. So I just gotta give it to LeBron. I mean, if you have Jordan, Kareem, or LeBron, that has to be your top three to me. Like that in some order, at least two out of the three got to be top three. But yeah, I'm not using rings to determine GOAT because if you ask somebody, if Tracy McGrady had 5 championships and Kobe had 0, 10 times out of 10, that person's gonna say, but Kobe Bryant's better. But when it comes to Michael and LeBron, everybody, 6 rings, 6 rings, 6 rings. So apply hypotheticals other places. We don't, at rings are situational, MVPs and accolades and awards are situational, voter fatigue, inflated systems, stuff like that. So I'm woke now. King James, what they call him, GOAT James?
Yeah, that's what Skip called him, GOAT James. I'm surprised you got him. I'm really surprised you got him at 1. That's a big surprise for me. Personally, as a person that's been watching LeBron since I've, been watching NBA, I even got him number 2. I just don't feel like you could say, but I mean, you could say, Michael is 3, but it's due to like the era that he was birthed in. We started to see more entertainment services around the NBA, so you see more people watching the game. But if it was the same thing in the 70s, Kareem, it'd be a whole different question. I have Kareem at 3, Jordan at 1, Bron at 2. So, and yeah, it just depends on like what do you value. Like you said, you don't value accolades as much. Well, I value accolades as much.
And it's what you value. What you value matters a lot. Because, that's what I would ask people. I say, well, what do you value? And, like, how much do you value? Do you lean towards accolades? When you feel players is close, do you lean towards longevity? Do you lean towards speed? Do you lean towards offense? Do you lean towards – everybody has their own criteria. So, I like people give me their criteria, and then I'm going, okay, you better not contradict your criteria. Then most of the time when somebody says their criteria, though, then it makes sense why they think certain stuff. So, everybody got their own thing. I just have, man, Kareem is crazy though. He is.
Yeah, he probably has the most unstoppable, signature move of all time. This dude is doing it. Nobody. I mean, maybe a couple of guys, probably Wilt maybe could block that, but I don't think nobody else probably blocked that shot. But another NBA question I got for you now. This question might be a little hard. I don't want to put too much on you, but as of right now, what are your top 5 on the NBA MVP race?
Okay. You gotta go. Okay, even updated. With it updated, you gotta go. To me, Giannis, Jokic, Harden, Dame. Even though he had the 2-week injury, I still think Joel's fine. But bro.
You don't got Bron in there?
Nah, I have Bronze. Yeah, I'm people got to stop using that age stuff to boost LeBron. Like, bro, like, stop. Or year 7, like, bro, stop. He's not a. It's impressive, yes. He's having a normal LeBron year, bro. Like, we know he's the best player in the NBA. He's having his 25, 7 and 7. His career average, like, he's not the no, y'all. The LeBron propaganda, like, stop, bro. Like, stop. He's not the MVP, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, but you still gotta. I'm not saying age has to be a factor, but I mean, who else was doing that? Like at his age, who else is doing that? Nobody else.
He's unique. I can't say that he isn't, but you doing something for the first time ever isn't enough for me to say you're having a better season than somebody who's doing something that, like, yes, you may be the oldest player to ever do this, average this amount, 25, 7 and 7. But once you strip your age away, are you having a better season individually than Giannis, than Dame, than Joel? No. You take the regular season off. Now, when people, I'm like, bro, we know you're the best player in the world, a top 2 at least. But come on, man. Bron fans, stop, bro. Like, y'all be always want him to get more. Like, bro, he's good. He's on to championships. Like, be secure in LeBron's legacy. Like, it's like y'all always be like, he deserves this, he deserves that. Like, God dang, what you want? He already got he sold his whole team out and got AD. What else you want? He got Wade, Bosh, Kyrie Love. Delonte. I mean, he had Delonte, he had Boobie Gibson, he had a squad. He had Ilgauskas. God, y'all Bron fans kill me.
One thing about your list I really liked is Giannis. Putting Giannis at number 1. He gets a lot of hate, just because he's good. But him after this All-Star break, I just tweeted it out like I think it was a week ago or maybe a couple days ago. He's been going off.
Yeah. And he's using it. I'm scared. Bruh. He's hitting jump shots. And he's not, it's no hitching. A lot of you not like, I don't even care whether he making or missing. Bro is hitting cross. The game he had 47 on Portland the other day. Cross, sidestep, jumper. But it was fluid. And he's coming like, he's not even hesitating, trying to come up and pull up in the mirror. I'm like, no.
If he gets confidence from that shot, like it looks like he's getting confidence, but if he gets confidence, it's over.
I'm like, no. I need my champion. Look, let's get this ring now because he's coming. Let's get this ring now because he's coming. I'm scared of him. Yeah, man.
I am kind of surprised. I mean, I can see why, but I had Embiid probably number 1 the whole year. I'm surprised you don't got him like a little higher. Maybe it's because of that injury, but
yeah, because he was already missing games here and there. They had the COVID protocols and little injuries, and then just 2. I'm like, I was hurting because I wanted Embiid to win a championship, but I mean, not win a championship, of course not, but win the MVP at least this year because he's going crazy, and what Embiid's doing this year is great for the regular season, but I think it's kind of inflated from what he really is because him shooting 40% from 3 and stuff. That's why I say you can't tell me not having fans didn't have it had. Go watch Green Run. I don't know. You probably know players where you heard was real nice in practice, but see him in the game, you're like, is he really that nice in practice? That's what it is, like hooping without fans, like for real. So I'm like, that's probably why he's lights out for 3. But I know one thing, that thing about it, long as when he play us in the playoffs, it start to go back to normal, we good. Because if he's shooting 40% from 3, man, I may break my PS5. Yeah, man.
All right, on to some pretty quick questions. We got 6 of them. The first one, who is your favorite sports hero?
Sports hero? I hope are like question. You're not talking movies and stuff.
No. I'm talking real life. Real life.
Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, my favorite player ever. I'm glad I got to see him, play one day before, he retired. But yeah, Kobe, yeah, my favorite player ever. Like can't nobody, not even nobody top him ever.
All right, next one. What is the best part about journalism?
Expressing your thoughts on your own brand. Getting your own thoughts off on your own brand because, man, creating your content is way much better than just consuming content. So creating your own brand, just getting your thoughts off, man.
That's dope, man. Who is your favorite coach and why?
Favorite coach and why? In real life or
Real life?
NBA?
Like maybe like if you coach like your coach that you played for or
yeah, to make sure. I can't lie. I didn't really like any of my coaches. So Brandon, Jack Baker, and Brandon Plummer, my last year at Maury. They really what got me into playing in school ball and stuff. So before I wish I wouldn't have had to leave, but had to leave to go to better things. But yeah, Brandon Plummer, Brandon Plummer and Jack Baker.
Yeah, if you haven't left, you might have would have got a state ring.
I was supposed to go back the year they won the state ring. That was a sick. Yeah, I was supposed to go back and I was supposed to actually start. I was like, man, that's just. I was sick. I can't lie. I was sick.
Jack Baker is probably I think he's one of the most winningest coaches in Virginia high school history too. Also,
he is. Just no state championship.
All right. Next one. What is your favorite sports quote?
Hard work beat talent. When talent fails to work hard.
What is your greatest achievement as an athlete?
Man, being a man at Bayside my last year when I was you couldn't tell me nothing. I ain't care, when I got in that starting lineup, I said, what Braun said, it's about damn time. You couldn't tell me nothing. What?
All right, last one. But y'all didn't beat Green Run though. But
yeah,
last one. Last question of the day: will the Nets win an NBA championship?
Yes. Easy.
All right, man. I appreciate you for coming out and doing the interview today. So, can you shoot the people your socials and all that?
Hey, man, catch me on Instagram, no.layups. Catch me on Twitter, no layups, and, keep checking out my boy Eric, doing sports the 7-5 way. So, appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Thank you for watching. Doing sports the 757 way. Thank you.